Back for another Monday miracle, and this one's actually miracles plural, because we had 3 different kiddos this week that had some awesome improvements with some sensory struggles. So we're talking all about sensory struggles today. For those of you that maybe haven't seen this video before, we do a Monday miracles. I come on here every Monday night after my shift and just talk about some wins from the previous week, or actually one of them even was from today, that for some kiddos or some family members. And like I said, we're talking all about sensory struggles, and I'm going to share kind of the 3 of them. I tend to see this all the time. I know they always say like good things come in 3s, whatever it may be. For us, it's not always in 3s, but I tend to get like groups of kiddos that are struggling with some similar things coming into the office. Like all of a sudden it's, oh, there's 3 colicky babies in the office, or all of a sudden there's 3 families that are really struggling with immune struggles, or 3 kiddos struggling with constipation or ADHD or anxiety or sensory. And I mean, those 3 are kind of all tied into a lot of the kids we're working with, but we tend to get those just groups of kiddos. And this one was sensory, and some awesome, all very similar. And we'll explain kind of what exactly it is that we can help with when it comes to sensory. But here, let's just go run right through them here. So the first one actually came in today, and this is a little girl, and really sensory isn't even a big part of what we were working on. She really struggles with some constipation and some sleeping struggles. But mom came in today, and she had really struggled with bath time and shower time, and to the point where they even had to get almost like a little cone, like visor type thing to keep it off of her face, because she just couldn't handle it. She would scream bloody murder, like there was something really wrong, and it was just the water. And she mentioned that even just today, and she's been noticing it happening slowly, that she was totally fine. Like she would let it run on her back and run on her head, and even today was able to kind of go in there and do it by herself. And a little bit it got on her face, and mom saw her, started to be like, I don't like this. And mom was like, hey, just wipe it off. And she just wiped it right off, and she was good to go, right? Amazing. The other one is a kiddo who we've been working with for just over a month now. And when we had a recent progress exam evaluation, where we asked mom, what have you been noticing, or asked the parents what you've been noticing outside the office. Of course, we're asking them each time, what's new, what's different, but we like to kind of dive deep. And she had stated that there had been no sock battles since getting under care. And socks, underwear, clothes is a big one, right? Super sensory struggles sometimes. And this kiddo, has identified a certain socks, right? Any of those sensory parents know, like, you're looking for anything that can work, whether it's pants, a shirt, underwear, socks, anything like that. And they had found some socks that worked for him. But every once in a while, it had been so bad that even those socks were a no-go. And it was just really tough. And he hadn't had any of those, right? Now, we've still got a ways to go. But awesome progress there. And then the third one is this winter, we had a kiddo who'd been working with. This winter was the first time he was able to wear winter hats, right? Before, they'd put it on him, and no way would just throw that thing right off. And obviously the head, that upper neck area, is a super sensitive area. And so he's now finally been able to wear a hat, right? Amazing improvement. And to kind of tie all of these together, right? Really, if you think about what sensory is we're adding excess stimuli or stressors, or we're testing the senses a little bit more, right? And for many of us, if we are well below our limit, if you will, of the stimuli we can handle, a lot of these things I'm talking about, right? Water, hat, socks, we don't know the difference. But when these kiddos are already really wound up and internally on edge, if you will, or maybe even well past the edge, any extra stimuli, no sir, no ma'am, right? They do not like it. And so what we're doing with our care is we're getting in there and we're calming the nervous system. We're getting a lot of this excess energy that's just built up over time. We're calming it, we're organizing it, and everything starts to become more balanced. And so we're taking them further and further off the internal edge, if you will. And so now when we add extra stimulus on top, they have a little bit of room to be adaptable and to be resilient, to be able to take that excess sensory stimuli and be okay with it. So we've still got work to go with all of these kiddos, but amazing progress. And if that's you, if you're one of the families that totally knows what I mean when it comes to, oh my gosh, any shirt, pants, socks, anything like that, like we really have to pay close attention to that, or hats or water, whatever it may be, lights, noises, sounds. We've got a free workshop coming up this Thursday at the Lydell Community Center in Whitefish Bay, where we will go super in-depth. So I will link that here. It's a link in the bio. So check it out, right? It's totally free. And we'll talk a little bit more about everything else too, but sensory is a big part. So have a great week.